Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be cooking up some lasagna. Let's get into it. I just came back from the grocery store and I got my ground beef, I got my ricotta, my prego, got some olive oil and my mozzarella cheese, and of course my oven ready lasagna noodles. And y'all, it's so funny, I wish I recorded it. When I was buying my lasagna pan, the wind is so heavy today. When I was walking out, this thing literally flew off my cart. And then one of the workers, her mouth was open. She's like, what is that? I'm like, that's my lasagna pan. I had to chase the pan all the way in the parking lot. It was so embarrassing, so embarrassing. But I paid money for this thing. I had no shame in running after it, please. I'm gonna start off with the ground beef, obviously, because that's the base. I'm really glad that I got the big pack too, because since we're making a full pan of lasagna, we want to get as much bang for our buck as possible. So right now I have it on the stove right now, and we're just gonna wait for it to brown up before we add our seasonings and such. But guys, it is literally such a beautiful day. Like this morning when I took the dog for a walk, it was so cold, it was super windy, it was like 30 something degrees. And when I went to the grocery store, it started warming up to like almost 50 degrees. So that's a big difference compared to this morning. It's warming up so nicely. I just can't wait for spring. Like I literally had to roll down my window because I was warm in my car. Usually I get in there and I turn that heat up. Today, I rolled down that window. I turned on my music. I turned it up, my music, and I felt like it was the summertime. I loved it. And it's weird that I was actually enjoying the summer vibes because I'm very much a winter girl. I'm very much a fall girl. I love the cold. But I guess we've just been in the cold for so long that I actually kind of crave the warmth right now. Ooh, out here sizzling. I think it's so cool how ground beef produces its own oil, so you never have to add oil to the pan. Love that for me. Cooking with Jolene, cooking with Jolene. It's got a nice ring to it, don't lie. Beef is browning up right now. I know that's right. On the side, I'm watching Love is Blind, but I don't want to get like any copyright or anything to this video, so I'm like back and forth. While the ground beef is getting its melanin, I want to get some ingredients ready on the side. And by ingredients, I mean my seasonings. So I always use things like cayenne pepper. I have my basil, my Italian seasoning. Of course, the parsley for the end. We gotta top it off with parsley. I have some Lori seasoned salt as well. Some garlic powder, onion powder. They both go together, and yes, they both go in a lot of dishes. And something that a lot of people probably don't use is a sweetening agent. I use syrup, and sometimes I use honey as well. Because me, when it comes to like my pasta sauce, I don't like that tangy tomato taste. Like I can't. I need something sweet to break that like acidic tangy taste. That's what works for me. To each his own. Look at all that oil in there. We're gonna drain it out, but I wanted to get more brown first. But you see all that oil that ground beef produces? I love that. And I love that because that means I don't have to use any of my oil to saute it. You know how expensive olive oil is? I use extra virgin olive oil, and that thing, oh my gosh, it is so expensive. So any opportunity I don't have to use it, I'm happy. So I was able to get out a lot of the oil, and now I'm gonna go ahead and add my prego. And I don't know about y'all, but I do not waste anything. I will gladly add some water, put the cover on, shake it up, and make sure I get my extra sauce. Waste not, want not. Okay, so I just had to turn the fire down because this marinara loves to just pop everywhere. Now I'm gonna start adding my seasoning. I'm gonna start with my onion powder. Next, I'm gonna go in with my garlic powder, a little Lori's. Again, my cayenne for some spice, just to give it a nice little kick. My basil, and of course our Italian seasoning. And now I'm gonna go ahead and add some of my syrup. Y'all do not judge me. I need that sweetness in my tomato sauce. This marinara is just popping all over me. Okay, so I just finished doing the ground beef and marinara. It took me a while to season it to my likings, but it's right here next to me. And now I have to get started on the ricotta. For the ricotta, I totally forgot when I make mine. I usually add spinach to it, but I forgot the spinach. So I'm gonna make it how I make it usually. I wish I had the spinach. I totally forgot. Listen, I haven't made lasagna in so long, okay? Please forgive me. But yeah, so anyways, we're gonna add our ricotta now. We're gonna go ahead and use all of it, guys. Be very generous with your ricotta. 1 egg, mozzarella cheese. Listen, one thing about parsley hates to see me coming. Parsley hates to see me coming. So we have our ground beef and we have our ricotta. Now it's time to start layering. And yes, guys, I washed this out thoroughly. Trust me, it went on the floor. I washed this. Alright guys, so I scraped the ground beef clean. I scraped my ricotta clean. And here is what we have. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of ran out of beef at the end, but I got just enough to make sure it was fully coated. And now I'm gonna cover it up and put it in the oven. Doesn't that look good, y'all? Camera doesn't even do it justice. And that's basically it. Now is my favorite part, cleaning up. My kitchen is a mess right now. I have ingredients literally everywhere. But I'm gonna go ahead and clean up, and once the lasagna is done, I'm gonna show you guys what it's looking like. Either way, we're not gonna eat it tonight. I made it in preparation for Sabbath, so tomorrow evening when my husband comes home, he has something to eat, and we can have it on Sunday as well. Maybe Monday too. I mean, it's a big lasagna. See you guys in a bit. So I just took out the oven and I took the foil paper off, and it's already looking so good. Now I'm just gonna let it broil a little so the cheese can darken a bit, and then we'll be good to go. But y'all, tell me that don't look good right now. Also, this is a hack that my mom taught me. I boiled some water, and once it cools down, I'm going to refrigerate some and also use some to make some juice. I have some powdered juice on top of the fridge that's just been sitting there, and I'm like, I haven't bought juice in a long time. We don't really buy juice like that, but since we have it, I'm like, might as well utilize it. So instead of using the bottled water, I'm just gonna boil some water and mix it in with that. Also, yes, I did change. I put my little headband on, put my hair back, and I got my nice little cozy sweater in because I wanted to get more comfortable. It's later in the day now. It's almost 5. Oh my god, it's 5:30. It's 5:30, but it feels so nice out. It's low-key golden hour, and I love that. You can tell that the season is changing, because normally by this time in winter it gets like pretty dark pretty fast, but it's still light out. It feels amazing. Milo loves to walk on the porch. Are you just exploring? Still a little windy, so we're gonna head back inside. I am just recovering from a sickness. I'm not trying to get sick all over again. I didn't even know it was so late. That means my husband's gonna be coming home soon, which means I gotta warm up his food and get it ready because it's almost sundown, so I wanna have that ready for him. I love having his food just ready for him when he walks through the door. Love that. Okay, I put my little light on. I think that makes the lighting a lot better. I am starting a new series on YouTube and Facebook and social media just in general called like A Day in My Life as a Traditional Wife. I want to have like my signature concept, and I think that's something that would be great for me. I have some other things in mind too that I would like to implement, but I'm just so much into content creation. Like when I have time, especially when I have time, because there are days when I slack off, I love to really utilize my creativity and just make content. You know, they say post the content, so I'm posting the content. And I'm even getting my little dog involved in content too. We made a video today. I'm sure most of you guys saw it already. I posted it as a YouTube short where I went to Petco and I got him this little toy. And Petco actually saw it. They reached out to me. They're like, hey, can we repost this? And I'm like, yeah. Definitely gonna see if I can try to get a collab with them in the future. But I'm just happy to be getting, you know, my name out there. So I'm channeling so many positive vibes for me in 2025, y'all. Like, we are just gonna go hard with the content, okay? And I love that for me. And I took out the lasagna, and that's how it's looking like. The edge just got a little crispy, which I am a-okay with. Nothing crazy. It's just because there was some ground beef on the side. That's why it looks like that. But it still looks really good. I can't wait to dig into this, y'all. It's so good. Initially, I was going to pair it with some garlic bread, but my husband was like, nah, we don't need double carbs. So we might just have a salad with it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. Thank you for joining me and cooking with me with my little lasagna. Cooking with Jolene. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Again, stay tuned for some Passover content. I have some ideas in mind that I can't wait to share with you guys. See you guys in my next one. Shalom.